Oh, hey there. It's that time again for a wrestling show. And to start things off, we're going to kick it off with some Monday Night Raw. In.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling.
That's me.
He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show.
Well, welcome to the Wrestling Show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazelwood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of representing the WWE and live from the Norfolk Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. It's Monday Night Raw. Air date September the 9th, 2023. This episode is the WWE remembering September the 11th, 2001, with a big the event that changed American history happened. And with that said, they're going to be celebrating this during the show. Later on in the show, they will be celebrating that. But with that said, we start the show. Now, before we start the show, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. I guess you can say, the glue that holds the building together. First and foremost, representing the authority figure, it's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, it's Jackie Redmond. And, of course, heading into the ring, we have the announcer letting everybody know who's about to fight and the results of such matches. It's Samantha Irving. And last, but certainly not least, it's the commentating crew. That's right. The play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators, the whole darn show. They are the team of, well, my personal favorite. He is he's cost to be a future Hall of Famer. The man with the raspy yet absolute soothing voice. He's got such great insight into wrestling, letting everybody know I think he's one of the best out there, probably the best. My personal man crush, it's Wade Barrett, and backing up Wade, he's doing one of two shows. This is his first show, and he does also the other SmackDown. He is the long-time veteran of over 25 years. It's Michael Cole. Now, without any further ado-dos, let's get started with the show. And it's a big show today, because we start off with some Jey Uso. Jey Uso kicking off the show today, starting off the show, And last week it was Sami Zayn welcoming him in to Raw. This week he starts talking before he can really get started with what's going on with Jey Uso. We hear the music. That's right. Kevin Owens comes to the ring there. And Kevin Owens, he's got some words. He's got some truth bombs he wants to drop on Jey Uso. Jey Uso. Talked about, you know what? He knows the path Jey Uso is on right now. Because Kevin Owens walked that path himself, Doing bad things to good people. It catches up to you. You lose a lot of trust and respect when you do such things like that. So he's got to do a lot of stuff to earn Kevin Owens' respect and trust. It comes down to that. But here's the thing. Now, you being here, Jey Uso being there, there's some people who do appreciate Jey Uso being on Raw, like Sami Zayn. But there are more people want him out of Raw than want him in there. Like, Drew McIntyre being one. Because he burned a lot of bridges. Anyways, while they're talking, they get cut in. The music hits. Well, your mom told me the other day that you never home for pie. So I promised her in early May I'll make a pie. I'll make an apple pie. That's right. It's the Judgment Day. Head down to the ring. You know, all minus one person. Rhia Ripley, she's got a big match coming up later on, so she can't be there. She's got some preparation to do. Preparation H. Hard work. So, we have ourselves Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. Now, it's so good. Dominic Mysterio, he carries so much heat under his belt. Oh, so much heat. It's craziness. Every time he talks, he's drowned out by boos. It's magical. I mean, he's got more heat in, I think, perhaps all of wrestling right now. No one is more hated than Dominic Mysterio. Whew. Such power. Says power! It belongs to the Judgment Day. You know, I'll make a pie. That's right. So, yeah, it comes down to this. Now, they all boo in Dominic Mysterio. So good. But it comes down to this. Why is Judgment Day down there? Why, there's supposed to be a tag team match now. And the tag team match is supposed to be the Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And so, where is Sami Zayn is the question. Now, Sami Zayn is known for his, Popeye elbow. You know, Popeye elbow meaning he's got this, like a golf ball growing off his elbow. Looks like a little Popeye elbow, like a cartoon elbow. Anyways, so Sami Zayn, I don't know. He's not around. But it comes down to this. The Judgment Day, they're trying to scout. They not just scout. They want to recruit Jey Uso, part of the Judgment Day. They want him to, they want it to be an open door to Jey Uso to join the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio invited him in first thing, personally invited him. So now this is a group thing. And they talk about this. You know what, Dominic Mysterio? It took him a while before he joined Judgment Day. But when he did, oh my goodness, look at him now. 1 year later, and he's the North American champion. But that doesn't really matter, I mean, Dominic Mysterio, before the Judgment Day, he was a tag team champion with his pappy. Regardless if his dad wouldn't let him truly fly on his own, because if it comes down to individual titles, I'm pretty sure his dad was like, hey son, enough, you've had the tag team champions. I'm the pap, it's about me, not to you. Anyways, that's just an assumption on my part. So it comes down to this. Why are they down there? Why is not Sami Zayn there? Why he's not there? So it comes down to this. Kevin Owens like, well, I don't care if he's not here. I'll take on all three of you myself. But Jey Uso, he's like, you know what? I'll take your side there, Kevin Owens. What you want to do? And it's go time. And then Jey Uso starts it off with a big old kick to Dominic Mysterio's face. Oh, is that bridge burned? I don't know. But this match is about to start. As a tag team match, it is going to be Kevin Owens, Jey Uso for the first time, I believe, ever. So that's interesting. We're going to see some new tag partners, some weird friendship alliances along the way. So, versus the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Now, usually Finn Balor and the Judgment Day in general, and tag ropes are like tag ropes are Kryptonite and Superman and Kryptonite. Tag ropes in the Judgment Day. So basically a roundabout way of saying Judgment Day never used tag ropes. So what about this match? Judgment Day, shockingly, almost completely clean. This was super clean. Super clean tag ropes. I couldn't believe it. Even the other side, Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, it was pretty good. Even though if they don't use the tag ropes, the referees just don't care. I really think they should make a note that referee actually, when a wrestler is not holding the ropes and going for a tag, referee should verbally give him a warning saying they should use a tag rope. I think that should be something interesting. To me, at least. But I'm a complete nerd, though. I'm a nerd. What about the match? Now, Jey Uso. Now, coming into Raw, he's got to come out like a bat out of hell, showing the world that not only he's ready to wrestle, but be it one of the great lucha libres, luchador style, like he comes off as a bat out of hell with a massive high cross body press off the top rope. That's not all. He does a massive tope suicida outside the ring there. Whew, just flies over top. Now, this is the hardest one. Most dangerous and hardest one to do. It's the over-the-top rope tope suicida. And it is crazy scary to do that. Okay, anyways, that's why it's the most complicated, most difficult. Highest level of difficulty, I'd say. Highest level of difficulty. Anyways, in the ring there, we got ourselves into a problem. A little bit of a problem. Kevin Owens, apparently, he's having some issues with his knee. Having some knee issues. And in a match there, it's why Dominic Mysterio, he gets involved with chopping the knee, taking the knee with the chopper. With the chopper. Yes, open-handed karate chop to Kevin Owens' weak knee. Thank goodness the referee didn't see any of that one chop. So this actually did come in play. Kevin Owens went and tried to do his massive, cannonball. But he couldn't do it because, his knee. It's true. But he didn't stop him. He did get Priest into a massive tornado DDT. Beautiful looking DDT, even with the hurt leg. But the match goes on now. Eventually, Finn Balor gets tagged in. He gets knocked down by Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is going for a pin attempt. And Damian Priest comes in there and breaks up the pin. Thank goodness. And that's where things just fall apart for a tag match. Everything. It's just the big finish. Everything's happening. Now, what's it? Jey Uso then comes in the ring there to figure out what's going on. He tries to attack some Damian Priest, get Damian Priest off Kevin Owens. However, that's when the mix-up comes in. That's when the mix-up goes for us. Jey Uso goes to super kick Damian Priest, but however, some accident happened and Damian Priest moves out of the way and Kevin Owens gets super kicked right in the moosh. Damian Priest then clotheslines himself and clotheslines Jey Uso over the ring and taking himself and Jey Uso outside of the match. Done for. Dunzos. Inside the ring there, it's of course, it was Finn Balor was the legal man. He goes off the top rope and won one hell. I think this could be the greatest coup de grace I've ever seen ever at Finn Balor. Kevin Owens was literally in the center of the ring. The dead, almost smack dab center in that ring. Smack dab. Did they say dad? It doesn't matter. So Finn Balor, corner to the center of the ring practically. Almost to the center of the ring. But it was one hell of a coup de grace. One hell of a coup de grace, I tell you what. And it was it. The Judgment Day. I made a pie. I'll make an apple pie. Judgment Day. They win it. Even though there's no belts on the line. No belts on the line. So yeah, I guess there's some words between Owens and Jey Uso. Hey, it's an accident. Accident happened. It's it's what happens. Accidents do. Kevin Owens won't hear of it and he hobbles away to the back. And in the back, oh my God, Kevin Owens, he's very angry. Jey Uso's all apologetic, but why Kevin Owens won't hear any of it. It's like, hey, why don't you just join the new bloodline? I hear the Judgment Days or doors open, always open for you. For you. So they could be building up to something. Will Jey join the Judgment Day? For the more ostracized Jey Uso feels, the more welcoming the Judgment Day's doors feel. So now our next up, it's The Miz versus Akira Tozawa, baby. Yep. So last time it was LA Knight sitting ringside, watching the match on the commentating table there, commentating booth, joining commentating. And Tozawa gets a sneaky victory over the Miz with a roll up. So this is part 2 with this beat Akira Tozawa getting another cheeky win on the Miz. Why? 3 minutes in this match will tell you different. It's basically Akira Tozawa getting his ass kicked by the Miz, pretty much getting getting knocked in with a big old kick to the chest. Now, Akira Tozawa did start off with the house on fire. But one quick kick to the chest knocks all the hopes and dreams out of this match for Akira Tozawa. It's true. It happened. I saw it. Now, Akira Tozawa, him and his poor ass sells. He can't sell a move worth crap. I mean, he just either he doesn't like his face hitting that soft mat. But The Miz has his skull-crushing finale, or some people would call it the SCF. The SCF, the skull-crushing finale. So he gets on Tozawa. Tozawa, his elbows are up. He falls with his elbows out. I don't hit my face. I don't want to hit my face. But here's the thing. After that one skull-crushing finale, it's not over. The Miz decides to double it up. That's when Akira Tozawa decides to sell that one a little bit more. Managed to hit his face on the canvas a little bit. And then after that, one more time. And Akira's like, no more. That second one was enough. The third one, I'm not even going to sell it. I don't know what he said there. But anyways, he takes a really poor bump on his face. On his forearms. Blocking. Anyways. The Miz gets a very fast victory over Akira Tozawa. Okay, so we got ourselves some Byron Saxton. And he's with a pre-match interview with Raquel Rodriguez. That's right. And the thing is about Rhia Ripley. And, Raquel feels that Rhia Ripley's big and strong, but I'm bigger and stronger. I'm bigger and stronger. And now I got an Australian accent. No, she doesn't say that. She doesn't have an Australian accent. But now... I guess Rhea Ripley has met her match in Raquel Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on. Now, we got ourselves a little bit of the Jackie Redmond with, Shayna Baszler. And she wants to know her opinion on Zoe Stark, their last match where Shayna Baszler put her in a Carafuna clutch. Zoe Stark tried to fight out of it, ended up turning into a rear naked choke, and ended up Zoe Stark getting passed out. Because she couldn't continue. And she wasn't a tap out. She got passed out, baby. Referee stoppage. Anyways. So this got garnered a lot of respect towards, Zoe Stark for Shayna Baszler. Now, while they're talking there, apparently, the great Chelsea Green, charming as all hell. She gets no respect still by the backstage talent, but I give her a lot of respect. She's great. Great mic skills. She's got great comedic timing. She's amazing. Anyways, so she's there, and she's talking to, she wants Shayna Baszler's attention, and she's looking for a partner. She's looking for the best, and she's basically green lighting her. It's hilarious. But now, I guess, Shayna Baszler didn't want any part of this. She didn't want this cheap way to the title, apparently. Shayna Baszler. Nope. So this is Shayna Baszler's chance just to become a champion right there, then and there. Champion, right there. But Shayna Baszler has got she's got the integrity to say, if I do this, I'm gonna earn it myself. I'm assuming that's the way it is. She didn't really say that, but she took offense to that. I'll show you something in the ring right now. So then, I guess that happens, and Chelsea Green turns around to find herself face-to-face with Piper Niven. That's my belt. Thank you very much. The belt I never deserved. I never fought for. Yep, the undeserving Piper Niven grabs the championship she never earned. Mm-hmm. Now they're champions once again. At least they don't have to strip Chelsea Green of her championship titles. So after that, we go to the ring. With the Ring General, your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. That's right. It is what I can say, a celebration of greatness, featuring your champion, Gunther. And backing him up is the very quiet Giovanni Vinvi and Ludwig Kaiser, who does all the introductions, because he's very regal. So basically, Gunther, he's talked about the Intercontinental Champion because he is now officially the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. History after wrestling, the WWE. And he wants to talk about the people before him did nothing to elevate this championship the way it is, the way he did, including the Miz, because Miz was one person says he's the one that brought the Intercontinental Championship back. You know, but apparently the real hero here is Gunther. But while he says that, we got ourselves a little bit of a Chad Gable, comes to the ring now. He's still upset because Chad Gable lost twice to Gunther. Now Gunther here. Gunther, he's pretty fighting champion. Now, apparently, he's been a champion for 458 days and counting. He's defended his title 13 times. So he got his championship June the 10th of 2022. So apparently, 13 times in 458 days. Doesn't sound like a lot, because it's really not that many times. So Chad Gable goes down there and he starts talking because, and he says stuff like it's hilarious. Chad Gable, he says he feels he's a one person that's came the closest to beating Gunther in a match for the title. Thinking, well, you know what? I don't know about that. I mean, what about people like what's that? Sheamus. Drew McIntyre. There's a lot of people in there who faced, Rey Mysterio, Shinsuke Nakamura. So these people here also faced Gunther and lost. So Chad Gable's putting himself above all these people. Yeah, that's a lot of nerve, and saying, you know what? This comes down to this. He wants another chance at getting this, Intercontinental Championship title, and wants to do it for his daughter. Wants to put a smile on his daughter's face. And yeah, Gunther had to retort. And he's asked, you want another opportunity? Gunther, he's got some great mic skills. His mic work is next level now. I mean, I'm not sure how long he's been working on it, but Gunther's mic skills are straight up great. So Gunther starts talking about, do you want another opportunity for what? For what? You were going to drag your family in again to see you give it again ass beating of a lifetime? It's like, shame on you. Something like that. You use your children as bait. That's what he did. Use his children in this match. And he says, you're a disgusting, terrible father. You're a disgusting, terrible father. Wow. Harsh words to a daddy poo who's using his children as bait to get the championship gold in favor of the crowd. So Chad Gable can't take that hard truth, that hard-hitting truth of hard-hitting home run truths of Gunther, and decides to fight. He starts attacking like 3-on-1. Come on, what are you thinking? And of course, Chad Gable gets his ass kicked. He starts getting smoked by the Imperium. Gunther with a massive chopper right to the chest of Chad Gable. Otis comes running in, but Chad Gable's out, so now it's 3-on-1 against Otis, and Otis gets his ass smoked. Oh, he hops in, runs to the ring. He gets smoked too. But then we got ourselves another party that comes to the ring to help both of them out. His name is Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa runs to the ring there, not alone. He brings his chair. Brings his chair and starts clearing the ring out for the Alpha Academy. Will we see this again? Will this be a concluding? Will this be an ongoing thing? Well, perhaps. Then we go backstage. It is a very interesting thing. Very interesting thing. Now, it's, I guess, this has been going on for a couple of weeks now. A couple of weeks ago, Drew McIntyre accidentally, in quotes, threw a chair at Xavier Woods' head. And, Kofi Kingston gave the Trouble in Paradise to, Matt Riddle a week later. Out of revenge, who knows? But Drew McIntyre, he's not having any of it. None of it. Not anymore. And this is a face-to-face. Xavier Woods and Drew McIntyre talk about the thing. And Xavier Woods, he's talking about, we're both good. What you did to me, it's okay. We hashed that out. But why'd you got to be like that? Why'd you got to talk trash about Kofi Kingston? Damn you! And Drew's like, well, if he's a man enough to talk to me face-to-face, I'll tell him myself. And he turns his back on Xavier Woods, and Xavier's not having any of that disrespect. None of it! So he brings up some serious baggage, some hurtful feelings. Talks about, this is only because you've got to be jealous. Why you're treating Kofi like this is because you're jealous of Kofi. And why are you jealous? Why Kofi, when Kofi won his World Championship gold, it was at WrestleMania. It was at WrestleMania with 82,000 live screaming fans. While when you had your biggest moment of your life, when you won the World Championship, nobody was there. You won it in the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, in front of nobody. I wouldn't say nobody, but just no fans. But I'm pretty sure a lot of competitors were there watching that day. Mm-hmm. Maybe 12 or 13 people. It doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah. So there was some hurtful things. Hurtful things. So now it comes down to 1-1 match. Do you want to go 1-on-1? I don't want to hurt you. And that's when the hurtful things were said. Well then, now it's time for you to get hurt. You know, might bring Karen his sword to the ring there to chop him in half, but he doesn't. I think Karen is a thing of the past. The sword is, you never called it Karen anyways. Anyways, I'm saying anyways a lot because we move on, baby. And this backstage, it's a little bit of Jackie Redmond with the scoop on, the Alpha Academy, Tommaso Ciampa. What's going on? What's going on? So it's Tommaso Ciampa. He's taking Adam Pearce's recommendation to seize the moment. And what bigger moment than there is than to steal Gunther's moment? You know? Shame on Tommaso Ciampa. So, yeah, it's the whole Alpha Academy there, Chad Gable, Otis, and Maxine Dupree. Chad Gable's still upset over the whole situation. Otis has a great idea. We'll make a 6-man carnage match. Us versus Imperium. So that's going to happen. A 6-man tag match. I'm thinking, wow, that's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So now moving on. We go to our next match. It is, this was a big one. Xavier Woods versus Drew McIntyre. This was about almost 10 minutes. 9.5 minutes, roughly. Match of the night, maybe? Match of the night. This was fantastic. A lot of very competitive. Drew McIntyre, the much larger of the two. Mm-hmm. I think, now here's the thing. Xavier Woods, not one backwoods attempt, not one roll-up attempt. Can you believe it? Not one of those matches. This is a real match. This is one of those real match to take seriously. And with the thing said to Drew McIntyre was steaming, so he was bringing the pain. Now he has his one clothesline. Drew McIntyre does close. Now, did clothesline. You have a clothesline. But Drew McIntyre, when he threw his clothesline, he didn't throw his arm at him. He threw his shoulder at his face. Massive. Now, Drew McIntyre, his shoulders are so meaty, he could have knocked some teeth out with that clothesline. This quote-unquote clothesline. It was huge. Now, they took the fight outside for a little bit. Drew McIntyre took, Xavier Woods and threw him onto the right over top of the commentating table. Now, Xavier Woods, he does turn things around. Now, he has this got the leg drop. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is. I cringe when I see it because it's a spine killer. He goes off the top rope, getting ricochet heights with a massive leg drop. Mm-hmm. It looks beautiful, but damn, that's got to do some serious damage. But anyways, massive leg drop off the top rope, huge and beautiful. Drew McIntyre turns things around with just throwing Xavier Woods around because like he's a paperweight. Nothing at all. But this was, like I say, a lot of back and forth and. Xavier Woods with not one pinning opportunity, but 2 massive pinning opportunities on Drew McIntyre. He was down for a 2 count both times. But the end sequence was they were scuffling around a bit. This is Xavier Woods. He's dominating a bit. You know, it looks like he has the upper hand here. Eventually, they do the Continental. They run the ropes. You know, they miss with clotheslines. It ends up with it's one Claymore kick to the face out of nowhere. It's good to have a finishing move that you can just like throw on like that. So the Claymore kick, the slipping, the pump kick, and it's over for, Xavier Woods. 1, 2, 3. Great match. Great, good match. And then next, oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe it.
Wrestling has more
That's
than
right.
one
Oh my goodness.
royal family.
He's the man. Taking his time. Giving high fives to the kids. High five, kids. Getting out to the
I got a rumbling in my bowels, and I think I'm gonna blow. There's a bathroom stall, I'm finally here. The toilet's there, I'm about to blow. I ate 5 tacos before the show. Shut the door and I sit down on the throne. Oh, whoa, I was never potty trained when I was younger. My father was never there. I did a poo today, don't have to do lingerie. I told my mother, and if he's here today, I would proudly say, I would have told my father, I'm a big boy now. Don't need no diapers now. Don't need to buy any more Depend. I got my freedom.
Cody Rhodes. That's right. He's down there and he's talking. He's got some things. He's got some things he got to say. First of all, he wants to say, so, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? So, everybody in Norfolk, Virginia, I'm Cody Rhodes. That's my Cody Rhodes. If you close your eyes, you'd think he was actually here in the studio. Hi, I'm Cody Rhodes in studio. You never know. Anyways, so he talks about stuff, But it comes down to this. It is once again, oh my gosh. It's, the Judgment Day come down to the ring, Well, your mom told me the other day that you never... Okay, whatever. This song, So the Judgment Day come down to the ring there. And it's only for one thing. To Cody Rhodes to look like the hero. Now, Cody Rhodes comes down there and talks about Jey Uso. You brought Jey Uso to Raw, But when Jey Uso joins the Judgment Day, that is going to make you look like a fool. And he takes his time, Now, Dominic Mysterio is there with Jade McDonough flanking the side of the ring. And Dominic Mysterio is flipping, Cody Rhodes' tie in his face. And then it's fight time. Don't you flip my tie in my face. So he does. And they start fighting. It's a 2-on-1. But however, this is about Cody Rhodes and him being a superhero. Yes, Cody Rhodes beating them up. Oh, boo, Dominic, you suck. Boo. Cody Rhodes just beat him up. Whatever. So right now, the beat down 2-on-1. But Cody Rhodes, he turns things around too sweet. He dumps it's a JD outside the ring there. He hits Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes hits Dirty Dom with a Cody Cutter. Then hits JD McDonough with the Crossroads. And then it hits Dominic Mysterio with the Crossroads. And walks out like a happy man. Yay! And yeah. The Judgment Day looked bad. Looking bad. JD. JD McDonough, he belongs in Judgment Day after all, JD, Judgment Day. JD. Right? I bet you never heard of... Okay. So right after that, we go backstage. It's with a little bit of Jey Uso. why Jey Uso's there with a little bit of, Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre, he just don't trust Jey Uso. And he starts bringing some shade about, you can't make it here on your own and whatnot. So Jay's like, you want to go next week? So next week it's going to be Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. Another big match. Jey Uso, big match for Jey Uso fighting Drew McIntyre. Will that be a clean ending? I don't think so. Something's going to happen. Judgment Day somehow is going to come in involved and trying to convince Jay that it's a good thing to be in Judgment Day. We'll find out later. Next week. So now our next match. It is a big match. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven following suit. On her side, flanking her, it's Chelsea Green versus Shayna Baszler. Now this match here, I don't know what's going on. I know Chelsea Green, she can wrestle. She can wrestle. And she can also be Santino Marella. So there's two sides of Chelsea. She can be the Santino, the comedic style, comedic wrestler, or she can be a legitimate badass in that ring there. So right now, this is Santino Marella. This is Santina, Chelsea Santina Green. It's sad because this was 1 minute and 45 seconds. This match. Piper, even with Piper Niven outside the ring, she did nothing. In the first part of the match, it's Chelsea Green getting her arm stomped on and trying to get torn off by Shayna Baszler. Like I say, this was just under 2 minutes, so this has all happened fast. And right after that, Chelsea goes outside the ring, gets some, consolation from Piper Niven. Then Shayna goes out there, get, what's that, Chelsea Green back. Piper Niven gets in the way. She goes right to face with Shayna Baszler, giving Chelsea Green an opportunity to rest and get inside the ring. But nothing happened out there, except for Shayna Baszler pushing Piper Niven out of her way. When she got in the ring, Chelsea Green tried to do for a sneaky thing, a nice little roll up. Tried to roll up Shayna Baszler. Shayna kicks out. Chelsea Green after that tries to get her unpretty her on. You just can't throw on a finisher just like that. There's got to be some wear down first, but she didn't. She thought she could just go straight to the end. Didn't work. Shayna Baszler broke out of it, and then with the move, I guess she's given down to her. I don't know. It's called the extremendous. Extreminitus. Something. It's a weird name. Extreminitus, probably. What it is, if you don't know the name, and if I'm saying it right, it's basically a Samoan drop. It's a Samoan drop. And she wins by Samoan drop. After the match, however, that's when things get spicy. It becomes a 2-on-1. Doudrop comes there, or should I say Piper Niven comes there, attacks a little bit of the Shayna Baszler. But Shayna's got backup. In the name of Zoe Stark comes in there, super kicks Piper off of Shayna, and now we got herself a team. I can see it good. Perhaps I can see the next tag team champions of the women's division is going to be Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. Now, Shayna Baszler, I think her individual solo career can wait a little bit, but I don't know why. The women's tag division is rubbish right now, and maybe this is one way to add one team to the rubbish pile to hopefully to resurrect the women's division. The women's division has gone down in flames. Terrible. Anyways, the women's division in general is not really that strong. Pretty weak division in the Raw and SmackDown. So right now we got a little bit of the Shinsuke Nakamura vignette, and basically it's all about Shinsuke. He wants to become the new champion, and he's going to do it over Seth Rollins' broken body. A broken body. And then after that, we go into the ring with a live in-ring promo. It's Seth Rollins hitting that ring there. And Seth Rollins, of course, he's got his mic skills is next level. This was a 5-star promo. He starts talking about him being a manipulator, a liar. Some things that Shinsuke was saying that he is. But you know what? Seth Rollins is also a father, a fighter, and a champion. Now, Seth Rollins brings you on a journey of who Seth Rollins is, who Seth Rollins was, and who Seth Rollins is now, so to speak. Finding himself in the history of Rollins. He went through a lot of changes. He had a lot of bad influences in his life. A lot of people telling him things, what he should be. And he followed a lot of people who he shouldn't have been. Now, he's come to a point where he's found who Seth Rollins is, and people saying his name. That's the drums. People sing the drum part. So, yeah. Anyways, it comes down to the challenge. The challenge to Shinsuke Nakamura. He challenges Seth Rollins. He challenges straight up. Once again, second week in a row, challenging Shinsuke Nakamura to a championship match. Live in Norfolk, Virginia. But we have a backstage thing where Shinsuke Nakamura is not just beating up, but really beating up. Wait for the Ricochet. Last week, Ricochet stood up for Seth Rollins. This week, he's getting his arse kicked for such actions. Mm-hmm. So he beats up some Ricochet, saying that his excuse is this: I can't fight you today. Apparently, Seth Rollins has not been cleared to wrestle. So Seth Rollins is taking some time off, apparently, from wrestling thing. But Seth Rollins has been pretty busy, though. Being champion since June 30th. Since June 30th, he had seven title matches, Seth Rollins. It's not terrible since June, June the 30th. So practically the beginning of July. So Shinsuke is basically saying that since you can't fight, I fight Ricochet. So he takes him out. So that's going to be a next week thing. Shinsuke versus Ricochet into a legitimate match next week. So that's going to stretch out Seth Rollins. Doesn't have to fight for another week. And then after that, we go backstage with a little, confrontation. Jey Uso and Finn Balor. Finn Balor's got no hard feelings what happened in their match tonight. Mm-hmm. No hard feelings at all. And he's, as a matter of fact, he's like, he welcomes, he welcomed them with open arms. But he says, but he talks about what he did to, what Jey Uso did to, was to Kevin Owens. With the super kick to Kevin Owens was very nice. Whether it was planned or not, but it seems that, Finn Balor is like when you're trying to wink, the Finn Balor, you can only do one. He doesn't blink. But anyways, Finn Balor is suggesting that super kick to Kevin Owens was not by accident, was actually by purpose. So anyways, the doors are always open for Jey Uso. Right now, it's friendly doors open. One day, they're going to have to try to drag Jey Uso, kicking and screaming, into the Judgment Day, like they did Dominic Mysterio. Anyways, moving on. Our next match, it is a tag team match. 6-man tag. And I thought, Raw and SmackDown, when it comes to tag team matches, tag ropes, be damned. It's like a circus. It's like a wrestling stunt show. It's like a stunt show rather than a competitive wrestling match. Now, this one shocked me. Now, this is the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable and Otis, with special guest partner Tommaso Ciampa being escorted to the ring by Maxine Dupree versus the Imperium, the entirety of Imperium. Mm-hmm. It's leader Gunther, Intercontinental Champion, with Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, all in one team. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, this match was almost close to perfect. Tag ropes were very integral. Although, when it wasn't used a couple of times. But the referee just doesn't care, really. But it was pretty damn clean. Pretty clean. Now, they had a moment here where it was a 3-man a team-up. The Imperium, where Ludwig Kaiser, he tags Giovanni, and Giovanni tags Gunther. So they got the 5-second, in between tags, you got 5-second count. So they take full advantage of that, do a triple a kick to the head of, Chad Gable, right to the corner there. Mm-hmm, it's true. Now we have a couple things. Ludwig Kaiser, he didn't tag in properly. I don't believe he had a rope. Didn't really quite see it. And then, of course, Otis, he tags himself in near the end part. No tag rope. Now Otis starts, he starts slamming around, I believe, Giovanni. Or was it Ludwig Kaiser? And he goes, he slams him, goes for his caterpillar. He has enough time to do his caterpillar and his elbow drop. But then, of course, Otis does what Otis does best. And that's the 4-point. Is when he runs himself into the steel post. Whammo! Does not let you down. Otis will run himself into the steel post. Because that's how he shows weakness. That's how he sells moves, by running himself into posts and stairs and stuff like that. Anyways, why he does that? It's Chad Gable. He tags himself in against Gunther. And Chad Gable does really well. Chad Gable tries to get Gunther in a suplex there, the rolling suplex, the slowest suplex in the world, the German suplex. Doesn't get it. Tries to get the old ankle lock on Gunther. He gets out of that too. And then he gets Giovanni Vinvi gets the ring there. And Giovanni, he becomes the victim of the, the chaos theory, the world's slowest suplex. The German suplex. It's like he's getting placed on the shoulders. But it's Gunther. He saves the day. And the fight goes on now. Does big finish. After that, Gunther gets kneed in the face by Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso follows Gunther's sort of outside the ring there, where he gets punched in the face by Ludwig Kaiser. He falls outside the ring there. Otis goes, no, you don't. He gets his win back and he charges, Ludwig Kaiser outside the ring, squashes him onto the ground with a massive, just runs him over with a clothesline. After that, it's Gunther with a massive pump kick to the face of Otis, knock him out. While inside the ring, it's Chad Gable and Giovanni Vinvi. And Chad Gable eventually gets Giovanni into the ankle lock. That's what Kurt Angle would be proud of this one. Gunther tried to break it again. Tried to come in and break it again. That theoretically, if he did that should have been theoretically a disqualification. You can't break it twice. But it didn't. He didn't get time to break it because Tommaso Ciampa comes in there, cuts off Gunther at the pass, and throws on what he calls the Cajun stretch. Something like that, Anyways, yeah, he gets a stretch on to Gunther. It looks like the ring's at Saturn. So anyways, Giovanni, he's going to tap. Gunther's like, don't you dare tap. You're the weak link. Don't you tap. Don't you do it. Fight, you miserable son of a bitch. But he couldn't fight. Giovanni's tapping, It's a Sicilian stretch, I should say. It's a Sicilian stretch. It's the rings of Saturn. I really got to write a little more legibly. It's terrible. My handwriting, like chicken scratch. Terrible. So yeah, the Imperium loses to Alpha Academy and Tommaso Ciampa. So there's going to be some words spoken to. I'm pretty sure Giovanni Vinvi will be talking to. Some repercussions, I'm sure, it's going to be handed down to him by Gunther. Maybe he might be kicked out again of the Imperium. Not kicked out. He left Imperium for a bit, but he joined again. Anyways, regardless. Now moving on to some Judgment Day business. And they're taking care of business. Now, this next match is going to be the main event match. And Rhea Ripley can't have anybody and can't have Dominic Mysterio by her side. Nope. Not like Rhea Ripley needs anybody at her side anyways. But anyways, it's like Rhea Ripley will take care of some Raquel Rodriguez. And Judgment Day, well, they got to take care of Jay business. And then after that, it's we go backstage. Adam Pearce conducting the contract signing for Tuesday's, NXT, a big heavyweight women's championship match. Tiffany Stratton defending against Becky Lynch. Now, Tiffany Stratton's basically saying that I don't understand this. Why Becky? Why are you attacking me for? I've got nothing but respect for you. I even apologized for mistakenly calling you a NXT champion. It comes down to this. Becky's ego. She can't stand it. She can't have her name in anybody's mouth, especially someone as gorgeous as Tiffany Stratton. So anyways, it's going to be done. NXT Heavyweight Championship match. And Tiffany Stratton's looking to build her name on Becky Lynch. And I think that's a good opportunity for Tiffany Stratton. So next up, we got ourselves a big Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhia Ripley Women's Championship match. Now, in the beginning part, it was Rhia Ripley getting her arse kicked by Raquel Rodriguez. Including with a massive bear hug. Thinking that she can outpower Rhia Ripley with a bear hug. Now, I always say, Raquel Rodriguez, she's a very limited moves. Woman of very limited moves. But this match was about 12 minutes in length. This was a really good match. Almost match in length. This was really good. Rhia Ripley, because Rhia Ripley. I think Rhia Ripley's that damn good in wrestling. She can make just about everybody look good. She's a great worker, Rhia Ripley, period. So Rhia Ripley showcasing that who is the greatest dropkick master? Is it Zoe Stark or is it Rhia Ripley? Zoe Stark does a massive springboard dropkick from the heavens. Right here, oh my gosh. Rhia Ripley with a massive dropkick off the top rope, just crushing Raquel Rodriguez. It was massive. And her standing dropkick, face height, a beautiful. Maybe Rhia Ripley's the greatest dropkicker out there. But it was a lot of back and forth. They're very evenly matched. Rhia Ripley goes off the top rope. Dominic Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero. Frog splash. Massive height. Beautiful. Rhia Ripley really showcasing all she can do. They take the fight outside for the last time. Rhia Ripley tries to do a hurricane or some sort of thing on Raquel. Raquel grabs Rhia Ripley, picks her up, and then, slams her like a baseball bat into the commentating table. And then she picks up Rhia Ripley with the Tejana bomb on the hardest part of the apron, on the ring, the apron part of the ring. Rolling Rhia Ripley into the ring. Now here's where things get out of hand. Rhia Ripley's in the ring, and the referee always looks down the wrestler inside the ring, turns his back on everything. That's when the returning, that's right, Nia Jax returns, takes off. Turns around, turns Raquel around. And then gives her the Samoan drop onto Raquel. Raquel eventually, I don't know why Nia Jax couldn't have thrown, Raquel into the ring after, but she didn't. Raquel got up slowly and crawled back into the ring there. And that's when it's over. That was beginning the end, because when Susie got in the ring, it was one to Hana Bomb later. It is over! Rhia Ripley retains her title. But however, it wasn't over for Rhia Ripley because, Nia Jax, she wasn't doing it to help Rhia Ripley. She's in there to making a statement. Because after that, she takes out Rhia Ripley, headbutt to the face. And then she pulls her down to the ring there and does the Yokozuna bomb. The typhoon. The earthquake, I should say, the earthquake. She'd go in the corner, they would sit down Santon. And Rhia Ripley was pretty far away from those ropes here. And I believe Nia Jax got 100% of her body weight on top of Rhia Ripley. So yeah, and she starts slapping her in the face. So that ends the Monday Night Raw. With Rhia Ripley being humiliated by Nia Jax. So, yeah, that wraps up for this episode of Monday Night Raw for this week. Now, for a podcast